Dear students, in this video we will see figure it out. This is the first figure it out of chapter 1 on page number 10 and 11. The first question here is, which of the following numbers are not perfect squares? Which are not perfect squares? So before seeing this figure it out, I suggest that you see the previous video where I have given for the pages up to page 9. I mean from page 1 to page 9 I had made a separate video and that is available, and the playlist is available for the class 8th maths chapter wise playlist is available. Clear? So you see that introductory first video, so that it will be very clear for you before you come here. Anyway, directly also you can follow. It's up to you. Page first question, which of the following numbers are not perfect squares? We know what is a perfect square. 1 is a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square, 9 is a perfect square. So the perfect square here I will write better: 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and so on. These are perfect squares. So what do we mean by perfect square? Because 1 can be written as 1 multiplied by 1, 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, and 9 can be written as 3 multiplied by 3, 16 can be written as 4 multiplied by 4, and 25 is 5 multiplied by 5. That means if a number is multiplied by itself, right, if a number is multiplied by itself, the value which you get is the perfect square. So these are the perfect squares. Now which of the following are not perfect square means you have to know the basic thing here. I kept here in the box. Remember this one. A perfect square ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. Any perfect square if you take, it may end with 1, it may end with 4, it may end with 5, it may end with 6, it may end with 9. So if any number whose units place is not among these numbers, that is from 2, 3, 7 or 8, they are not perfect squares. The last digit of the number, that is the units place, is from 2, 3, 7 or 8, then it is not a perfect square. So here first bit 2032. So what is the ending number digit here? 2. The units place is 2. So 2032 means 2 is at the units place, so it is not a perfect square. So you check this one for not a perfect square. 2048, so it is not a perfect square because ending with 8. So ending with 7, 1027 third bit, 7 is at the units place, so it is not a perfect square. 1089, because 9 is a perfect square, right? Ending with 9 may be a perfect square. We cannot say it's a sure that it will perfect, but it may be a perfect square. So 1089, it can be a perfect square because it is ending with 9. 3 3s are 9. Now we move to the next question. Which one among 64 square, 108 square, etc., 292 square, 36 square has the last digit 4? So some squares are given here, right? 64. If you write a small to above means this is square. In introduction video it is clearly explained to you. So here 4 squares are given. So we have to find which among these ends with the last digit, that is unit place as 4. So you have to see the last one here, units place is 4. So 4 4s are 16. 4 4s are 16. For 64 square, 4 last units place is 4 square. So 4 4s are 16. So last digit is what? 6. Last digit is 6. For 108 square, what is the last digit units place? That is 8. So 8 multiplied by 8 is 64. So last digit is ending with 4. The question is last digit should be 4. So this one has last digit as 4. What about 292 square? So the last digit here is 2. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. The last digit here is 4. And 36 square. 36 square. So 6 multiplied by 6 is 36, right? 6 multiplied by 6 is 36. So what is the last digit when we do 36 multiplied by 36? We get the last digit as 6. Therefore, the numbers whose squares end in 4 are 108 and 292 square. 108 square and 292 square, because 2 square is 4 and 8 square is 64. Both ends with 4. Now we move to the next question. Given 125 square is 15625. This value is given to us. So what is given to us is 125 square. That means 125 multiplied by 125 is equal to 15625. This is given to us. This is given. Now what we have to find, what is the value of the next square, that is 126 square. So if we know this number 125 square, so easily we can find the square of the next number, that is 126 square. So you have to identify which among these 5 options is the correct option. Clear? So for this there is a rule, general rule. What is that? 126 square means 125, the previous one you take. We have to find 126 square. So 126 square means 125 square plus 126th odd number you have to add, right? To the 125 square, if you add the 126th odd number, then you get the answer. So what is 126th odd number, if you want to understand? For example, odd numbers are what? Odd numbers are, we know the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, like this. These are the odd numbers. So this is the first odd number, 1, 3 is the second odd number, 5 is the third odd number, 7 is the fourth odd number, like this. So nth odd number, how you will get nth odd number for any n? How we get the odd number for that n? 2 into n, 2 multiplied by n minus 1. So this as a formula you have to remember. Clear? This you have to remember. Nth odd number is 2 multiplied by n minus 1. This is important. You have to remember. Now, so 126 odd number means 2, here n value is 126, right? What is n value? 126. So 2 multiplied by 126 minus 1, because 2n minus 1. So 2 multiplied by 126 is 252 minus 1. 252 minus 1 is 251. So if you add the value of 125 square, 15625, to 126 odd number, that is 251, we get the correct option. So 15625 plus 251. So here the correct option is this one. Fourth one is the correct option. 15625 plus 1. This is the correct answer. Do like the video, right? If you like the video, YouTube will forward this to many other students. Now find the length of the side of a square. Find the length of the side of a square whose area is 441. So what is given to us is, we have a square. Consider this as a square and its area is 441 meter square. So what we have to find, what is the length of the side? So we know that the area of the square is what? Side multiplied by side. Area of the square is, so side multiplied by side. So we are having this value 441. So we should know which number, when we multiplied by itself, we get 441. That is simply we have to find square root of 441, right? Square root of 441 we have to find. So square root of 441 is 21. So what is the square root of 441? 21. That means when you multiply 21 by 21, we get 441. Clear? So how to find the square root of 441? Value of square root of 441, that is 21. How we got this one? So we can do by this prime factorization method. Prime factorization method. So what we got here, I have done here, you can check. So 441 is written as 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7, right? Because this is 7 and 1. So how we got this one? You have these prime numbers 3, 3, 7, 1. The factors. What are the factors of 441? 3, 3, 7, 1. So out of this one, we have to take, so it will come in pairs. For the perfect square, it will come in pairs. Pair of 3, pair of 7. So you have to, for finding the square root square root of 441, you have to take 1 from each pair. So from this 3 and 3 take 1 3 and 7 and 7 you take 1 7. 3 7s are 21. Clear? This is very very important, how to find the square root of a number. You will get in the test and exams compulsorily. So here what I have done, square root of 440, side is 441 but the square root. So 441 is what? 21 multiplied by 21. So side into side, side into side. So what we get side as? 21. So the question is find the length of the side. So it is 21 meters. So how to find the square root of any number? You do the prime factorization and it will come in pairs. Out of a pair you have to take one time, then 3 multiplied by 7, 21. So in this way you can do. Next question, find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the following numbers. Find the smallest square number. So what we have to do, whatever numbers given to you, you find the LCM first, right? Least common multiple of 4, 9 and 10 is 180. Now you know how to find LCM. This is basic 5th class or 4th class you have studied. 4, 9, 10. So from this you will get LCM what? 180. If anyone does not know how to find LCM, you can see the basic video, basic topics of maths, how to find the LCM. Otherwise you can write in the comment section, I can make a separate video for that one. So LCM of 4, 9 and 10 is 180. So the smallest number divisible by 4, 9 and 10 is 180. Now we have to find 180, whether 180 is a perfect square, right? So 180 means if you do the prime factorization of 180, what you will get? So here I have done the prime factorization of 180. So what I got here is, see, if you see this one, prime factorization means only you have to take prime numbers here. In this place you have to take only the prime numbers. So what we get here? A pair of 2, a pair of 3 and 1 5, single 5, right? That means it is not a perfect square. If you are not getting in pairs means 180 is not a perfect square, right? Because the factors of 180 are pair of 2, pair of 3 and single 5. If you are getting any single number like this without a pair, that means it is not a, this number 180 is not a perfect square. So here 5 has no pair, so 180 is not a perfect square. That is what I have written here. To make it a perfect square, what we have to do? We have to multiply by 5 to get a pair, right or not? To make this 180 is not a perfect square. So how to make this a perfect square? For the number which is only in single, that is not in pair, multiply by 5. So if we multiply 180 by 5, we get 900. So 900 is the smallest square number that is required to us. Clear? 180 is not a perfect square because of this 1 5. If you multiply 180 by another 5, this also you get in a pair. So 900 is the smallest square number. That is what we need here. Now next question, find the smallest number by which 9408 must be multiplied so that the product is a perfect square. Same question like before, right? What you have to do? You have to find the prime factors of 9408. So here what I have done is 9408, I have written the factors, prime factors of 9408. What we get? A pair of 2, another pair of 2. So 3 pairs of 2, one single 3, another pair of 7. So how we got this one? See here 9402. First we divide with 2, then we divide with 3, then we divide with 7. So if you notice here, we have pair of 2s and pair of 7, but one single 3 is there. Clear? So because 3 is not in pair, so 9408 is definitely not a perfect square. So how to make it a perfect square? You have to multiply this 9408 with a 3. So that 3 becomes in pair, right or not? If you multiply here with a 3, that is 9408, if you multiply it with 3, we get a perfect square. So what is the next number that is perfect square? 9408 multiplied by 3, that means 28,224 is the perfect square. Clear? So we found the perfect square. we found, because 9408 is not a perfect square, what must be multiplied? So 3 must be multiplied. Clear? So what is the number that is a perfect square? That is 28,224. Now we have to find the square root of this product. For 28224 we have to find this is very simple, because we have already multiplied here with a 3, so we get pairs of 3's and 2's and 7. Clear? So 28224 is nothing but, for 9408 you multiply one more 3, so we get 2 square, 2 square, 2 square, because 6 2's are there now. 6 2's are there means 2 square, 2 square, 2 square, then 7 square because of a 7 pair, and now we have already multiplied this with 3, so we get 3 square. So how to find the square root? Square root is very simple. After finding the factors, what we have to do, from each pair take 1, from each pair. So from this 2 square take 1, from this 2 square take 1, from this 2 square take 1, 7 square 1 7, and from 3 square take 1 3. Multiply all these 3, you get 168. Clear? Because 7 3's are 21, 7 3's are 21, and 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 is 8. 2 cube is 8. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 is 8. 8 multiplied by 21 is 168. So this is our required answer. You can take a screenshot from here. So the number given to us is 9408. What must be multiplied? Because this is not a perfect square, we have seen that 3 is not a pair. Make it a pair by multiplying 3. So we get the new number 28224. So what is the root of this one? From the pairs take 1 1. That's all. 168. So square root of 28224 is 168. So do subscribe to the channel and like the video. Hopefully you are liking this one. I mean the contents and the explanation. If you have any doubts, you can mention in the comment section. Now we have another good question. How many numbers lie between the squares of the following? So we have to find how many numbers lie between, what is that, 16 square and 17 square, because it is given squares of the following. So how many numbers between the value of 99 square and 100 square? This is a very good question from the entrance exams point of view, job related exams point of view, or competitive exams, because like these questions will definitely be asked there. So because otherwise what you have to do, how many numbers means 16 multiplied by 16, separately you have to do 17 multiplied by 17, then you have to do subtraction, minus 1, and all those things are there. So very easy methods. Very easy method here is, when two consecutive squares are there, two consecutive squares in the question, what is given to us? 16 square, 17 square, 99 square and 100 square, consecutive numbers, that means immediately next number. So the formula here is, our general method is, there are two n numbers, 2 multiplied by n numbers between the perfect square n and n plus 1. Clear? How many numbers will be there in between two consecutive squares? 2n. So what is n here? First number is n, 16, and second number is n plus 1, 17. Simply multiply 2 multiply by n, that is 32. So you will get 32 numbers in between the square of 16 and square of 17. See how easily we can do this one. So basically what we have done is, in between 16 square and 17 square we found the 32. 16 square means what? 16 multiplied by 16, that is 256. 17 square means 17 multiplied by 17, 289. So in between 256 and 718, 289, how many numbers we are having? 2 multiplied by the first number, that is 16, 32. Now similarly we are having 99 square and 100 square. So what is the first number here? 99. So we have to find, what is the square of 99? 99, only for your understanding, because we are not doing this way. 99 square means it will be 99 multiplied by 99. This is big number, 9801. What about 100 square? Means 100 multiplied by 100, that is 1 followed by 4 zeros. So how many numbers will be there between these two? Between 9801 and 10,000. simply 2 multiplied by n. The first number is n, that is 99. So 2 multiplied by 99 is 198. So between 9801 and 10,000 you will be having 198 numbers. Clear? So hopefully it is clear to you. So do click on the button, like button, and subscribe and share to this channel. Now we see to the very important question, pattern. Patterns are very important from competitive examination point of view. So what is given here in the following pattern? So some patterns are 3 are given to us, 2 we have to find. Clear? So 3 examples, patterns are, first 3 expressions of the patterns are given here. Fill in the missing numbers. So this is what given to us. What we have to fill? This one you have to fill, this one you have to fill, you have to fill this one. So you have to carefully observe the pattern, how the first one in the sequence, then the second one, third one, how they are changing. Clear? So what is given to us here is 1 square, 2 square, 1 square multiplied by 2 square multiplied by 2 square is 3 square. So what, and then 2 square multiplied by 3 square multiplied by 6 square is equal to 7 square. So now, so here I have done something here. So 1 multiplied by 2, 1 multiplied by 2, what you are getting, 2 is the next number. Clear? So how this pattern is evolving is 1 multiplied by 2, that is the next number here, then 2 plus 1, the answer, the third one. Clear? So next one you will see, 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, right? 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, then 6 plus 1 is 7 square. So this we are trying to catch. Now third one, 13 is there, we will do this one. 3 multiplied by 4 is 12, 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. So 12 multiplied by 1 is 13. Now easily we can fill the other one. So 4 multiplied by 5 is 20, 20 plus 1 is 21. So this is our answer, 21. Then the last one, 9 multiplied by 10 is 90, and this one is the answer, required one. This is also asked here, and 90 plus 1 is 91. So in this way we have to understand the patterns, though it looks very easy when someone explain you, but the new things you have to find the solution. These are very interesting, and it shows the creativity in yourself. So you can judge yourself how much creative you are while solving these types of problems. You can get in the internet also pattern problems, you can go through there for additional knowledge. So with this we have completed this, figure it out. There is one more pattern, one figure is there, that's, so we'll see in the some other video. So here what you have to do, when you like this content, click on the like button. If you have any doubts, where you have to mention in the comment section without fail. So now share this with your friends, because sharing is caring. If you are not yet subscribed, you will get almost all solutions of this 8th class maths textbook hopefully very soon. So subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.